you know, and so that's what I prefer. I didn't want to have a child with a like a raising a boy like that got like he half Spanish, he got the long hair, curly hair. I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Nah, I want my son to have nappy hair. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, even to get to a historical level was like like in the Nation of Islam, we talk about the nation of the tribe of Shabazz. We come from the tribe of Shabazz, and so what happened is the god Shabazz blew up the earth because he thought we had got too soft. You know what I mean? Remember, the Black Sea is the Red Sea and the Blue Sea. The original Black Sea was two, so it was with the Black and Red Sea, and that was with the straight hair. You know what I mean? Black, dark, black, 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 black. But with straight hair, like you see in northern, Eastern Africa, Eritrea, Ethiopia, you know. And if you did some do a little bit of research, you'll see that those are the people that ended up in India, the Dravidians, black people that from Africa, black and red. They're the ones who came to, who once the Europeans got to America. That's the ones that they found in America, and they thought they were in India. They called them Indians. Remember that story? That's what happened. They saw those people that they knew were in India. They saw them, when they came to what they call the New World. The Old World to us, we've been here for centuries. Black people haven't been here for only 400 years under slavery. There were black people already here. There was black people already here.
Yeah.
I was saying, I'm filming, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's up? Yeah. Yeah. That's the young God. And anyway, but like I said, I keep it rolling. I don't do no edits. I just add, videos. But anyway, the young God gonna fix himself something to eat. He been cooking for himself since he been 8 years old. But anyway, I don't know if I was ready for him to be seen on camera, so I might blur his face out. But anyway, that's what we met. That's what we said. I don't want, I don't want, I didn't want to have babies, with like straight hair, And the god Shabazz, he blew up the planet because we was getting too pretty, like, you know what I mean, like, he wanted us to be strong, and so he was just destroying a part of the planet, which brought forth the moon. And so anyway, that's why if you look at the earth, it bear witness to what I'm saying. From it's not a perfect globe. But anyway, through that explosion, it blew up parts of the planet with the sand and everything. But in Africa, we were already. The kinky haired black people, we were there and became more dominant. But I could get into all of that, but it'd be better if I just leave it there and just focus on the point that I love black women. I love, that's what I prefer. Like, to me, there's no more beautiful women than the black woman with kinky hair that you see, in the hood in America. Not now with all the costume, but I'm talking about just naturally. What's crazy? You see some of these sisters, and it's like, yo, they be looking crazy coming into the police station, and then when the police chop up all of that stuff and take off the eyelashes and wash their face down, you be like, damn, she look alright. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because, it's been such a job done on our mentality that we hate the way we look. We hate it. We think other people are more beautiful, more of this and more of that. And so, that's what I, all I have for that subject right there, But did I ever tell you the time that I had beef with the Italians? I was living in the Bronx. I was going to school for music, CMA. I was living up in the Bronx, Elder Avenue. And what happened was there was a time where, you know, I had moved up there and I was at the corner of Elder and Bruckner Boulevard. Right there, there's an overpass to go over the Bruckner Expressway, take you across into Soundview. You know what I mean? And Story Avenue and all of that. So anyway, there was a wall right next to the wall was our driveway, and make a long story short, some cats from Boynton Avenue around the corner was coming tagging the wall. So my aunt came in with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was from Trinidad. He lived in Brooklyn, and they came in the room and was like, "Yo, such and such, yo, they outside, they bombing, yo." And so she was like, my cousin was like, "Yo, Georgie, please go out there and saying like, kind of have his back." So I went out there, you know what I mean, and to see what was happening and everything. And cousin boyfriend was like, "Nah, y'all not doing it." And so I'm, standing behind him like, "Yo, whatever he say, you know what I mean, like can't do it." So then, so it became, make a long story short, there was a big crowd. You know what I mean? And like, they tried to intimidate us to do, like that they was gonna do this, and they telling the story. It was a young brother named Chicken who just got killed, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was by the police. And they was about to tag his name on the wall. So everything, in New York, that's like a sign of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see somebody like name tag or you like that, they must have loved him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they was trying to do right here. You know what I mean? Right, next to my auntie's property. She got like a 3-family house. Like that. They connected. Like in the Bronx, they connected like 3 floors. And I'll show a picture and everything. But anyway, we stand our ground. And then they was like, it got it was about to get crazy, but they saw that we wasn't budging. We saw they wasn't budging. We understood their situation. You know what I'm saying? So my aunt was like, "Yo," my cousin who was watching the house for my auntie that that was living in Virginia. He's like, trying to take care of the house, and they want nothing to bring down the value of the house. That's where they coming from. But anyway, me and Carl, her boyfriend. You know what I mean? Me and her boyfriend, we was out there, like, protecting her honor, basically. You know what I mean? But, we kind of understood where he was coming from, too, So, anyway, we made a compromise. And so, they was like they was going to do something real nice, and they was going to put our names on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what happened. You know what I mean? So, my name was G-Man over there on underpass, and everybody else's name, And so, what happened is, that's how I met the Morena. Carmen, you know what I mean, dear friend. I would love to find this. So anybody know, Carmen from the Carmen Edie, Carmen from Boynton Avenue. She lived on the first floor. Linkers. You know what I'm saying? We lost contact, and this was before social media. But anyway, that's how I got started in like in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Like, we hit it off. That's where I was bringing my equipment, like, teaching her son how to DJ. She was like 34, I was 25, you know what I mean? So she was an older woman. And, I love her, yo. I love her, one of the best women I've dealt with, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, some drug dealers who was running a spot on the corner of Boynton and Watson up the block, because she was the first building on Boynton and Bruckner, but the next block up is Watson. So it was 3 boys. I'm gonna say they was they're the Gonzalez brothers, and 3 Spanish niggas, and I was like the only black that worked in there and they, you know what I mean, on their team. So, you know, people saying like hip hop is, you know, this and that, like, yo, in the Bronx there's a lot of racism, you know what I'm saying, like even with the Puerto Ricans against blacks, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, they, you know, they allowed me, I guess maybe because I'm light skinned or something, but I was only black, you know what I mean. But at the same time, like niggas wasn't, you know, they was the only ones that was gonna give me a job anyway. You know what I mean? A lot of the black organizations didn't want to, you know what I mean? You know, they ain't speak, you know what I mean, and all of that. So anyway, I got a lot of love. My man Mickey, may he rest in peace. He brought me into to that, but they like the way I handle myself, standing up for the you know what I mean, for the graffiti on the wall, for Chicken who passed. You know, they gonna tag the wall. So anyway, I started working with them, and so I got into beef with the Italians is they wanted me to manage their spot. So like, you know what I mean, back in Manhattan is different where I mean in New York, you know what I mean, it's different hustling than in anywhere else in the world, you know what I mean, because most places they're neighborhoods, house, maybe two family house, you know what I mean. Rarely you'll have more than a 3 or 5 story building or a 3-story building, you know what I mean, and it won't be like a whole area of that. So what they do is that in Manhattan, they got a starer, a pitcher, a manager, and a supplier. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the manager, the supplier supplies the product. So you don't know where the product coming from. You don't need to know where the product coming from. You know what I mean? It's in a table, being worked and packaged and all of that. So now you getting packages, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, like, you know, 10 at a time, something like that, you know what I'm saying, you know, and like the dimes, nickels or trays or whatever, but you know, you gotta, something that you gotta account for, all right, you know what I mean, yo, I'm leaving you with this, all right, say no more, you know what I mean, you put it in the safe, you know what I mean, and they had, you know, whole bunch of apartments, you know what I mean, like, cause this is the hood, you know what I mean, this is East Bronx, where hip hop started.
P Funk City G.